team at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media wants to take the time to thank our sponsors, Bryant Family Medicine and Heather Martinez Realtor. We also want to thank our support staff, Valerie Rutherford, Allison Messer, Larry Spicer, Addison Sloan, John North, Shane Shackelford, and last but not least, Keisha Ambergy. With the support of our fine sponsors, our dedicated staff, and you, the members, we are all working on one goal, the promotion of student athletes. With this team, we can't miss.
Hi, I'm Heather Martinez, active community member and your realtor. Give me a call or text 606-344-0217, or you can reach me by email, heather.martinezrealtor@gmail.com.
Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media presents Around the Region, the Sports Talk Show. I'm your host, Mark Gregory, along with two guys that are a little gun shy. Well, here comes Ryan. He built up his nerves, but alongside Ryan Garnett and Edward Hall. And we already know the story about Edward. He gets a little bit of stage fright, but he'll get around to it. He just kind of psych himself up, but he'll be on very shortly. And already getting some comments here from social saying hi back, and glad for all the early viewers here. Wow, we're a pretty good view so far, and I appreciate everybody that has joined us tonight. Got a really good show lined out, Ryan. We got some really good athletes from Casey County. We got Harmony Richardson, and of course from Whitley County, we got Kata Powers and Spencer Bargo. And just cannot say enough about these guests and what they're doing on and off the field. It should be a really exciting show. But how you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm finally off the tablet and my AirPods to a brand new headset on my head.
Well, Ryan, you're putting in the work on the show. I actually put in the work on the show, and I don't know what happened. I'm telling you, I had this picture so perfect, so lined up, and then you rearrange these boxes, and now I'm still showing my clothes over here. I'm still showing my chair over here, even with my little pillow here. You might want to take a nap on the chair. And Robert's saying, I'm glad Mark could make the trip past Knox County to the villa. And it was my pleasure, Coach. And, of course, your team works hard, and don't know that word quit at all in them. They're going to fight to the last, and just love the environment down there. But I do have one complaint, Coach. And I'm sitting there relaxed. I'm like made in the shade. I'm sitting in the picnic table. And Edward comes over there. I mean, we got to go over there and do these interviews. And I had to get up and stand in the sunlight. And then when I got back, the table was taken again. So I wasn't made in the shade no more.
Eddie always be my dog through 100%.
Yeah, he got me out of the shade.
100% of the time, too.
But Edward, how you doing?
Well, I'm a little exhausted. I had a very filled up week, should I say. I got to go do my first set of tennis matchups. Then I went and covered some middle school soccer, which was 8th grade night also. And then I got to go do some middle school softball, which was also 8th grade night. So I've been a little bit of everywhere this week.
For viewers out there, the views are awesome right now. These numbers are off the charts. But got a question for you all tonight, and feel free to comment about the answers to us if you don't care. I'm sitting here, I'm trying to bake a cake before this show, and all of a sudden I just fell in love with the batter. Now, be honest, which one do you like better, a baked cake or the batter? I'll take the batter 100 times. Cleaning that bowl out, I'll take that 100 times over a baked cake. So feel free to comment on it. I'm sure Edward say, I'll take a baked cake. Edward always disagree with him.
I'll take the battle. I'll take the battle.
Take the batter too, all day long, all day.
Give me the whole battle by itself.
So feel free to comment. Do you like the batter or do you like the cake? I mean, just let us know. Edward, which one do you like? And Edward's ignoring.
I'd rather have brownie.
Well, would you like the brownie batter or would you like the fully cooked baked brownie?
The fully cooked baked brownie.
See, I knew Edward would disagree with us. I do. But while we got, man, let's go ahead and thank our photographers. A shout out to Keisha Edberg, Jody Deaton, John Dixon, Scott Powell, Dennis Mills, Tanner Hoskins, Mater's Memories, Chrissy Brassfield, Bob Cornett, Erica Felty Marler, Chassie Sailors, Shanda Whitehead, Scott Bunch, Sarah Lovett, Carrie Mattingly, Paul Coons, Miranda Brock, and Savannah Philpott, Valerie Rutherford, Ryan Garnett, Allison Messer, and the photographer, magician himself, Edward E. Hall, with an exclamation point. Now, who did I forget?
Scott won. Wildflower Flames Photography. I can't never get it out right.
Wildflower Flames Photography. Case Crowley Photography, or forgot what he actually names it. Productions or something.
But I can't quit thinking about the cake or the cake batter, and all of a sudden now, I might even after the end of this show go to Walmart buy about 14 boxes of cake and just start having cake batter for lunch, breakfast, and supper. Stuff's good.
A lot of them cake batters, Mike, has to have eggs in them.
Well, then you're getting part of the basic four food groups. You get the flour and the dairy, and you're getting some of the basic food groups in that.
I mean, eggs are not very cheap.
Well, they are now.
Well, they wasn't. They wasn't the last time I went to the store.
But for our viewers, comment on which one you like, the cake batter or the fully cooked cake. Now, a good cake to me is one that's still warm too. I'm not much in the cold cake stuff. But I bet you these two young men right here, I bet you they made a few cakes in their life. Well, we'll bring them on here and maybe that they'll answer this question and tell Edward that he's wrong, because Edward needs to be told he's wrong at least 14 times a day. But are we ready for our guests?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Caden Powers and Spencer Bargo, thank you for coming on and appreciate your time.
Thanks for having us.
And I gotta say, I love the banner there. I've got a lot of memories with that year there, and it's I tell people, I know Jens lived it, but I tell the people 2 outs last inning. That was like one of the slowest ground balls ever. When you got it through a battle, like just catch it, catch it, catch it. It almost seemed like it took 3 days for that ground ball to get to the fielder and throw it out. Did it feel like that to you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, thank you for coming on. And Hunter said, go ahead and read that, Everett. I can't exactly read that.
UHA beat Beechwood 4-2 to win the All-A State Championship in Owensboro this weekend in baseball.
Well, and I guess if you haven't heard, Hunter, Whitley won the 2-way, and what a performance up there, and goodness, yeah, I mean, I'm sure that you've already know this or have heard this. Yous are doing things that's, I mean, honestly, has never been done here before. I mean, I know you're all about team, but just let's talk a little bit about the 2A. Tell us, you can both take your time on that. Tell us a little bit about the 2A experience this year.
Well, it's a good feeling just to go up there and finally get it done, because we've made it to the championship game twice, and that was the last thing we needed to win to have won everything in high school. So definitely a good feeling.
Yeah, it was nice winning it, especially as a team together. It was nice.
Before I let them start questioning and stuff, I got to ask you fellers one thing. I don't know if you heard us before the show. We gotta know. And Hunter said, "Yes, sir. Whitley County has a really good ball team this year." Yeah, Hunter, you're absolutely right. I've covered them firsthand. They're absolutely loaded. and a really good group of kids too. They have fun. The bus rides are always really fun with this group. One thing I got to ask you. We was talking about cake. I'm sure you just had your fair share of cake. Which one would you rather have, a baked cake or like the batter beforehand?
I'm not a big cake guy. I'd say batter.
Yeah, batter.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm not a big cake fan, so that's why I told him a brownie or something.
But then I asked him a brownie batter or a brownie, and he said a baked brownie.
Well, see, my
Yeah,
wife's done already got the brownies cooked before I get home, so I have to say just brownie.
But Ryan and Edward, I'll let you do your thing.
I mean, taking a look at y'all's schedule, y'all have played a pretty good top schedule so far. How has that kind of helped y'all to be prepared for y'all's district teams and then the postseason?
Coach Shope always prepares a tough schedule for us, and we see a lot of people's aces. So that's definitely like seeing good arms every game has definitely helped.
Yeah, just having good competition every single game to keep us ready for the next one.
Kind of look at your schedule. I know you got Corbin coming up here tomorrow and Thursday or Tuesday. What's he going to try to take for y'all to try to beat Corbin?
Just do what we have all year, play as a team, and yeah.
Just fill it up and play some good defense.
And then Mark and Edward knows where I'm going with this. Surprised he ain't doing these
Well,
food things.
before you go with this, I'm sure both of these young men will agree with me. Williamsburg is very lacking whenever it comes to restaurants. I mean, we're like Williamsburg's mostly like gas stations, and we got gas stations at Walmart. That's about all Williamsburg is.
But what's y'all's favorite restaurant to eat at there in Whitley County?
I
And they
I'd
might
probably
go
say
out town to eat.
I'd probably say the Mint.
Yeah,
I like the Mint.
I've never ate there.
It's good.
yeah.
It's good. It's good.
But Edward,
So I'm gonna have to ask you. It looks like you all went to spring break at Lake Point and played a lot of like out of state teams. So give me your thoughts on playing teams that like you normally wouldn't see during the regular season.
Well, they're kind of harder to prepare for. You really don't know what you're getting yourself into. So that's definitely a challenge.
Yeah, the pitching was always good when we got up there. And then we hit pretty good, and then we played a lot of good defense.
So I got to ask you, what did you do in the off season to get yourself prepared for this season?
Well, we start early. We're practicing in August. So, we're practicing right up until the day. Most everybody's out there. So it's just a grind all year long.
Yeah, we like the inter squad, face each other. Just good to have that, like, able to be doing that.
So I do got to ask you. I like asking this question. Now, between turf and dirt, if you're on like a good dirt field, do you prefer that over a turf field, or what's your preference?
I like playing on dirt. Getting dirty's part of baseball, but where we played on turf so much, it's a lot different, like fielding the ball and stuff. So I'm kind of in between on that.
I'm turf right now.
So if y'all got to play on any of them, like I'm gonna call them real good dirt fields where they got like rocks still clumped up in the dirt and everything. When you slide, you hit one.
Yeah, there's been a few of those.
Well, without Coach Shope looking, have you ever taken one of them rocks and almost felt like throwing it at somebody or something?
Yeah,
You don't have to answer that. I don't want to get you into trouble or anything. but there might have been a possibility on it. We'll
Yeah.
leave it at that.
Well, I will tell you, if I slid and hit a rock, I'd look for Mark first off, and I'd throw it at him. So I mean, but talking about turf, what would you say is one of the biggest difference between turf and a dirt field?
Really just how ground balls play. That's like one of the main things. You get really bad hops on dirt. You don't have to worry about that on turf. And sliding, you have to slide earlier on turf.
Yeah, not as many games get canceled, which I like that a whole lot.
So speaking of games getting canceled, do you all prefer like the games that's a little bit more hotter? You prefer the misty rain? What style do you like playing in?
I like it to be warm, like a good 70, but not like blazing hot.
I like it to be really hot. The ball flies.
Well, I've got to be at several of them. I kind of like more of the misty rain because it keeps me cooled off. But everybody I talk to don't like playing in the rain. I don't know. I guess I just like sliding in the mud when it comes to playing in dirt. But so if I get you over to Mark, when y'all are out there, do you have like the big league chew in, or have sunflower seeds spitting it out everywhere? Or?
No.
Well, see, I'd be spitting the sunflower seeds at Mark, but that's on a side note.
Yeah, he absolutely would. And then he'd probably want me to pick him up. He wouldn't want to pick him up. But I'll tell you, fellers, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but one thing I can say, when they get on the bus and get off that bus is 10 times cleaner than it was before they got on that bus. So, yeah, I'm like, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. But Brandon said the fellers. But I'm gonna post a picture up, and I'm gonna read a few things here, and I'm gonna just maybe ask your thoughts about this. This was given to me, and again, I was there back at the state championship, but Caden Spencer, K.C. and Trey, the only ones left from the 2023 state championship team in 3.5 seasons. They've been to the 2023 KHSAA state champions, 2026 Kentucky 2A state champions, 23, 25, 26 Kentucky 2A Section 7 champions, 23 13th region champions, 25 50th district champions. Yes, I would, again, I don't know the complete history, but I'd almost fair bet that's not ever been done by a group. So not at Whitley County. So just tell us how you feel about that.
I mean, it's really special. We're a tight knit group, so doing it together has meant a lot. It makes it mean that much more.
Yeah, it's good to have them by your side every single game of the year.
Well, I've got some memories of the 2023 championship. Like the one memory that really hits me the most is yes, I'm sure you could help me here, but the guy got a single, and Dee Parker from center field might threw the greatest baseball in the history of the world to you, Spencer, and the tag out, game over. And what game was that?
That was the first round against
Yeah.
LaRue.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was LaRue, and just wow, it's just amazing what kind of a game. But every one of them games was like, but that was just a fun group to follow, and your group is, I guess, the last one standing from that state championship team. So you've been there and done it, so I'm not putting no pressure on you or anything like that. Can I ask you one more thing before I show you another picture? I know you're on turf, and I think I know pretty good about this. Coach Shope really likes to mow that grass before he's had a turf field. I mean, how many times have you been on the grass helping him do that stuff?
Well, every time we be walking down after school, we'd be on the mower on the field.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
We'd help
Every-
patty it up a little bit though.
yeah, little things here and there, but he wouldn't let us touch his grass.
Yeah.
Does Coach Hope even give you a water break or anything, or does he just tell you keep mowing?
Sometimes.
Yeah, it's rare.
I better shut up, Coach. I didn't say that. Coach. I love you. I love you.
Have you ever caught Coach Shope wishing that it was still grass so he could mow it?
I think they definitely miss it, but I
Yeah.
think they're happy with the turf.
I actually think I saw him. He might bring it up to me, but maybe a month or so ago, I actually believe I saw him on the mower. So he must have jumped on for old memories or something. But now I tell you, they had a beautiful field with or without the turf, and he made sure of that. I got to show you another picture, and I know you know the power of AI, and just give me a. I've been asking student athletes just between 1 to 10. Just tell me how close it is.
I'll give it a solid 6.
I'll give it a 7.
Well, I mean, I was gonna say like a 4, but at least y'all was nice.
That was better than last week's, but I think I even got like a nothing on the last week there.
Oh,
But at least they showed me some love. What we're going to do, and I know that you're busy, got things to do, and you've just been great guests. I'm going to ask you a more serious question. Then we're going to ask you a couple of fun things to do for us if you don't care.
okay.
Hey, Hunter said to get this pie. You know, it's winding down a little bit for you, and I'm a chronic crier, but both of you are seniors, right? This year.
I'm a senior. He's a junior.
Yeah, I'm a junior.
Okay, I was thinking one might have been a junior. Okay, but Kaden, you being a senior, I mean, I'm a chronic crier. I admit that. I'm not saying you are, but and you just got a lot of baseball left. But when you're getting close to that last out, wherever you're at Kentucky Proud Park or whatever, how's the emotions going to be?
Definitely sad. You know, it's been all my life. Started playing travel ball around 6. Me and Spencer's actually been on the same team every year of baseball since then. And but yeah, I'm definitely gonna be emotional. It's a big part of my life that's gonna be gone.
Like me, I wouldn't know how to deal with that at all. But I know you've got a lot of baseball left. It's far from over for you. You've got several more seasons to play. But anybody that's watching knows that's going to be happening. But now we're going to ask you to do us a few favors if you don't care. I don't know if you're familiar for shows. I know you've seen the field of 64 NCAA basketball teams. We told all the college basketball teams to leave. So we put in our favorite restaurants, and Texas Roadhouse won our first national championship. Then last year we went favorite sports movies, and Remember the Titans won it. This year, we've decided to do favorite foods. And I think, right? Am I right? Are we down to our final 4? So you might not get no strange matchups. You might not get carrots versus, cottage cheese or something like that. You might actually get some decent foods that's going to be. But we'll ask you which ones you like the best of it. And then I think Edward's got a few things he'd like to show you. Biscuits and gravy versus hamburgers.
I gotta say biscuits and gravy.
Me too. Yeah.
I gotta go biscuit gravy too. I know where Everett's going with this.
Oh,
Steak versus tacos.
I gotta go steak.
yeah, I'll go steak.
So do you have to put like the A1 on your steak, or do you just eat a normal steak, or how you do it?
Just normal.
Normal, medium, rare.
Yeah.
Medium rare. Woo. Gotta have the blood coming out of it. Right? That's actually a good way to eat it. See, Rodney can't even say a word now. He's thinking about medium rare. I think you muted, Rod.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. We heard you, your lips moving, but he said medium rare, and
Uh,
you just went muted.
no, I don't like the blood coming out of it. I like it done.
Kaden and Spencer, I gotta give you one story before I let Edward have you, and Edward knows I'm telling you the truth. But my mom would everything she fixed, like a piece of sausage, would wind up about be that big around. Everything was always good and done to her. She didn't know the word burnt, but it would just be it was good and done. But
Yeah, but look
Edward,
at us now.
yeah. I'm in good shape. I don't know about you.
So I got one final question to ask you for. I'll show you the couple graphics we put together. So, what would you consider your favorite aspect about playing baseball?
I think the togetherness. I feel like as a team we're really together, and that makes it a lot more fun. So that's probably my favorite aspect.
Yeah, just getting to be with your friends every single day of the season is just fun.
Yeah, so we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show, and I'll get these over to Mark to get sent over to you. And they will also be posted on every one of our social media sites. But I do got to ask you for a slight favor. Out of the two I show you, tell me which one of the two you like the most.
All right. Okay. I think I like the first one.
Yeah, I like the
I think I
first
like
one
the
for me
picture
too.
collage.
See, told you the OG graphic is where it's at.
I thought us Burton people we stuck together, but they're pretty good graphics. Edward
So
does a
I'm gonna
good
tell
job
you.
on.
So I'm gonna tell you a story on him. My second graphic used to be a nice little, picture of two of you doing your positions, and then I'd throw in a bunch of stats, and throw out a little stat graphic. And Mark was like, "Nobody likes that. You got to get rid of that. You got to add some flair to it." So I started adding a little bit of the flare up, throw a little smoke and mirrors, and now I made the lightning graphic. And he didn't even do his funny
Well,
hand thing to
well,
try to ride with.
if I did that to them, they probably wouldn't allow me to drive a bus again. So, but it looks like lightning to me or something.
Nope.
I call that too much coffee. But I do personally want to thank you for taking your time to come on. And from everything I've got to see, all the stats I've looked up, y'all are killing it. Your team's killing it. And just keep doing what you're doing. And I want to wish you the best of luck the remaining part of your season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything that y'all do for the
Yeah.
local schools.
I'm basically gonna say the same thing. Just best of luck the rest of the season and going into the postseason.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Um, Piggyback it off of them again. Thank you for coming on, and again, good luck to you personally, and into your team's future also, and also if there's anything we could do, if you reach a milestone, whatever, anything like that, anything that we could put out there for you to better promote you, send it our way. Edward Rob both was really, really good at putting graphics together. If you just any personal anything you want us to put out there for you, we'll gladly do it. And definitely, the proofs of the pudding. Yeah, they're two solid pieces. A very, very solid unit of guys that are really, really good and right up there on top of the state rankings. I don't know if you just keep up the rankings, but today's world, I'm sure it's really, really hard not to not see some every now and then. So you're one of the state's best for sure, and not just statewide, but nationally, you can play with anybody. And but uh, one thing I would like to say to you is, and then I'll let you go, is your group of guys has did stuff here in the county that's not ever been done here, and yous are leaving a legacy. And people are going to be talking about yous two fellers and the rest of your teammates 20 years after yous are said and done from Whitley County. Yous are just leaving a mark that a lot of people's going to talk about for many, many years. So that's something that both of you young guys should be very, very proud of, and know that I'm not going to say you started something, but you put a foundation there that's second to none. That a lot of young kids are going to be looking up to, saying we want to reach that, and it's all your hard work and effort and heart is the reason why Whitley County's doing what they're doing today.
Thank you, sir.
But thank you for coming on, and good luck again for the rest of the season.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. That's a good interview. That's a good interview, and it's a good group of guys. And Coach Shope, I love him, and it's just a really just a close, just a close group, and what they're doing there is just. I mean, frankly, it's not ever been done in the first state championship, first two way. Um, Again, Ryan, you're my stat guy. I don't know how many regions had Whitley won before Coach Shope and these fellers and this group of guys come along, and they've been good players at Whitley, at good teams, but what they're doing now, and not only just for Whitley County, um, I believe that maybe Ryan, again, you could quote me here. You're my stat guy. When they won the state championship, they might have been the first team ever out of the 13th region to win it. It just, you don't hear that around here. You hear the Louisville Trinities, you hear the St. X's, and teams like that, but you don't hear the Whitley counties going up there and winning state, and the teams from around here. And like I said, I believe, and Ryan, I believe you're probably already locked in looking that up too, but I believe they might have been the first ever 13th region team to win a state championships. I believe
Yeah,
Ryan's locking
I'm
it.
looking to try to.
I
I'm
figured
sitting here
you
trying
was
to
just,
find it.
I mean,
I know
they're,
it's on the high school website. I'm trying to find it.
well, we'll go ahead and bring on their other guests, and while you're trying to find it, we'll go ahead and I'm gonna let Edward introduce this young lady, because I think Edward introduced us to her last year on his show, and Edward always seems to, on the most anticipated graphs in the history of the country, always seems to have her on them. So again, we'll go ahead and let Edward do the introductions.
Hey.
If I could bring her on, there we go.
So first off, Harmony, thank you for taking the time to come on, and we got introduced to getting to watch you last year, and I'm pretty sure it was at the Somerset Turf Classic that we got to watch you at.
Yeah, it was. Thank you for having me on here too.
I don't know. Thank you for coming on, and I think I reintroduced Mark back into you when I do what we classify our top 5 must see, and your stats that you're throwing out was something that everybody needed to see. So
Yeah,
first
just a
off,
little.
And
I got to ask you what you do in
do
the
you
off
actually
season.
have? Okay,
Now,
go
in the
ahead.
off season, I probably train more than I do in off season than I do in regular season, for sure. Like, I probably work out more instead of doing like hitting and working on pitching. I probably work out more than anything.
Well, what was you about to say, Mark?
Do you have your one of your must see graphics you could show her?
Got it on my
Are we?
phone, but not on here.
Could you send it to Ryan and Ryan post it for us?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
But Mark, I'll let you have the floor while I send this over to Ryan.
You know, Edward. I don't want to give Edward a hot head, but don't ever goes to these events, and yeah, he like tells me, hey, you need to watch this, and hey, you need to watch this. I don't know how he does it. He just has another sense on when it comes to baseball, softball talent. He's like, yeah, this young lady can play, and the more video I see, I mean, you was really good last year, but it's like you brought it up a notch. I mean, what are you doing here? Are you doing like the travel ball, or just what are you doing to prove yourself?
So honestly, I try to prove to myself every time that I step on the field that I am the like I try to prove to myself that I am better and that I can achieve things. And it's honestly just keeping that mindset throughout the whole time though is the hardest part because some games it's honestly just really hard and it's on like it is bad. But now travel ball I want to do travel ball year round, but I feel like I just don't have enough time to from where I'm doing high school. But I feel like I work pretty hard for what I do and how I do things. And high school has been like my number one getaway from everything. And it's just I don't know. It's a long journey. It's a very long journey.
Is softball the only sport that you do?
So I've gotten asked that a lot, and I did wrestle for like 3 or 4 years of my life, but then I had to stop because I actually had an injury, and I thought it was going to stop me from playing softball altogether. So I just went to softball only because that injury like lasted 6 months, and I couldn't play ball, couldn't even throw a ball, and it was the worst time of my life. Like it was bad.
So that is whenever you get ready to go next level, I'm sure college is definitely in your future. You're too skilled of an athlete, especially if you choose to go that route. Is softball going to be your thing, or would you do multiple sports?
If I could do multiple sports, I definitely would. Like 100%. I love doing anything that includes a ball. I just love doing. Like it is just it finds it takes a real like love for the game to honestly want to do it every day, especially with all the mental blocks. And I would love to go to college. I If I go to college, it will definitely be for softball, like 100%.
Well, I think Edward's got his most anticipated graph in the history of the modern world up. So go if you want to go ahead and post it, Edward, and he seems to always have you on there, and I think he's got you down for 126 strikeouts.
Dang.
which is now 146.
Hey, look at that.
But I need to ask you something, Harmony, and can you clarify this for me?
Oh, ask away.
Okay, on the most anticipated graphic that I've ever seen, it says Harmony Richardson, and on the lot of the stuff about you, Harmony Richardson, but I believe unless my eyes are fooling me, KHSAA's got Harmony Mace.
So, my mom and I are trying to get that reestablished. I have Richardson on all of my jerseys. Um, my mom and I are trying to get that fixed. I don't know why it's still Meese in KHSAA. It should be Richardson, but originally my last name is Meese, but from where my mom has adopted me, it switched to Richardson. So it is Richardson. I don't know why it's still Meese. I could
Well,
not tell you.
well, I know what I well, never mind. I'm not gonna tell you being me. I'd like take my name now, yeah. But I know you're a much nicer version of me.
Oh,
But
that's I try to be.
yeah,
I try to be.
Oh, so are they
I try.
are they another side that we don't know of? Or are they somebody like you want to strike somebody out, you're gonna point at them and flex at them and
So in certain games, when I get like fired up, there definitely is another side to me, but it
slam the
only comes
ball?
out very rarely. Very rarely.
Well, I mean, you're doing the old saying. You're leaving it on the field. You're leaving all that on the field. Then,
Leave it on the field. That's what my mom always tells me.
Ryder Edward, go ahead.
It's time to just take a look at your schedule, Dale. Uh, y'all got to play in that 2A state tournament. What was it like just playing in that state tournament?
Oh my goodness, I had so much fun. I'm not even, it was the best experience of my life. The teams that we played were phenomenal. And I think, was it Harrison that won the 2A?
I I believe so. Am I right, Edward?
We'll find out for you, but I'm about positive you are correct.
I figured. We played them first game, and it was a great game. I feel like we could have had it. We kind of made some bloopers, and we kind of made some errors here and there, which kind of killed us. But I feel like we could have had it that game if we just if the errors weren't there, we had it all the way. Everybody, we would have had it.
It
But no,
looks like
that
from what
was,
I'm seeing, it was Harrison.
yeah, I figured. But no, that
Oh,
was the greatest opportunity of my life. I wish I could do it again. I hope I can do it again next year.
Before Ryan asks you the next question, I just want to ask you: have you ever like caught a kid not looking and took their candy out of their Easter egg?
My little sister does it. My little sister takes my candy all the time. All the time. I have a whole drawer of it, and she'll just come in here and take it.
Oh, okay. By the way, um, I know you make cake and stuff before. Which one do you like better, a baked cake or the cake batter before you bake the cake?
Hmm. I think the cake itself is good. I don't like cake batter. I like cake though. Love cake.
Mm.
Ever just hitting home
Now,
runs everywhere. It was like, I told you so.
Yeah,
But
no,
I
cake
want
batter not for me. Now cookie dough on the other hand, raw cookie dough is where it's at.
I
I'll
don't
give
think
you
of
that.
it. I don't think I've ever had raw cookie dough.
Really? It is amazing. You
I've got
gotta try it.
I got 2 days of cookie dough in my fridge right now. That is the bomb.
It is so good. I love it.
I like it more than I do the cookie itself.
Of course, of
Literally.
course, of course you would, Edward. But this take a look at your schedule here. When y'all first got the schedule there before the season started, what did y'all think of the schedule?
When I first looked at the schedule, I was honestly a little surprised by some of the teams that we got because some of them we did not play last year. And if we did play them, we like, I don't know how to make it make sense. If we did play them, we would either win by a lot or win by one. And now with this schedule, it's like we're either winning by a lot or we're just losing, if that makes sense. Which I know our girls are phenomenal. I love every one of my girls. We like when we're on the field together, I know we're gonna be okay. It's just when we all looked at the schedule this year, I kind of think we just did not know what to think about it, honestly. Like I feel like our last year's schedule was a lot tougher than this year's.
And then, if I'm not mistaken, did y'all get the turf field this year?
Yeah. No, wait. We got it last year, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
we had it last year.
I knew it's one of the two.
Yeah, we got
But
it last year.
I'm sure I'm not took Edward's question. But would y'all rather play on a good dirt field or the turf field?
Hmm. Now, I've played on both, obviously, all my life. And before this year, I would tell you dirt all the way. Now, I'm going to tell you turf all the way. I would have
So
to
do
pick
you like?
turf.
So talking about dirt, do you like sliding on what I will call, the good dirt field that has, the rock still in it, the big hard dirt? Do you like sliding on those?
No, it leaves the biggest cherries of your life. It is horrible. It hurts so bad. And the sliding shorts don't do nothing to help you. They're like just there for just to wear. Like no
So have
help
you
at all.
so have you ever picked up a rock that you slid into and just like wanted to sling it out somewhere and almost hit somebody?
100%. I think I've done that on every dirt field that I've slid on, actually. I've at least threw a rock every time I've slid. Whether that be sliding back into first, sliding into second, I've at least threw a rock every time I've slid. Well, they hurt. Sliding on.
Well, have you hit anybody yet?
I know I've hit at least three people with a rock. One of them being my mom. One of them being my mom.
Oh,
Which she was
oh,
not happy about, but it's okay.
yeah. Rule number one: never hit mom with rocks.
Never hit mom. Never hit
Yeah,
mom.
yeah. Never
Even
hit
if you're
mom with
not
rocks.
trying to. Even if
Well,
you're not trying to.
you can put this in your future notes when you see like me and Mark there, and if we're on a dirt field, feel free to pick that rock up and throw it at Mark. He
Just
likes having
swing.
to try to dodge them.
I got you. I'll remember that.
I
I'll
like the
remember
movie
that.
Matrix.
Oh, be watching out.
My last question, I'll get you over to Edward Hill. Dale in Liberty, what is your favorite restaurant to eat at?
Oh my goodness. It would have to be the 49er. Oh my gosh, it is the cutest little, it's something quick and easy. And then you got ice cream on top of that. It's amazing. Definitely the 49er.
So
That's not,
what does the 49er serve?
Like it's kind of like glorified softball food, like hot dogs, chicken tenders. I mean, honestly, just whatever. And then on top of that, ice cream and milkshakes, and they have the best banana split. Best banana split.
well, I
You
guess
had
I'm
me at ice cream and milkshake, so I know where we're stopping at when we make our trip to Casey.
And that's what I'm saying.
that's what I
Edward's
said.
favorite
You
restaurant now.
should. You definitely should. It's so good.
But Edward,
So, pretty sure I might have already asked you this question last year, but you had a 10 inning matchup. If I ain't mistaken, it was against Madison Central
Yeah.
up there at the Turf Classic. Has that been one of the longest games that you've played?
That I think up to date, that is the longest game I have played ever. Like I've went back after I think last month I went back to to check and see what my longest game was, and up to date that is my longest game ever. Like that game was so long for no reason,
Because I
and
think
it
me and
just
Ryan
kept
was
going
up
inning for
there,
inning.
and every time it seemed like one of you was getting the lead, and it looked like it was over. That
Another one would get the lead.
Yeah, it would fire right back and just kept changing back and forth. But me and Ryan was sitting right there. I was like, Ryan, we might want to write a story about this. Could be possibly the longest game ever.
It really was. I thought that game was going to go on for another half hour when we got to the ninth inning because it just kept going.
And the crazy thing is, I think you pitched every single inning.
I did. They went through They went through every single one. They went through all three of their pitchers, and I did that whole game. Like I had no complaining. I love pitching, but that has got to be like the most exhausting game ever. Like that game afterwards, I think I got in the car and went to sleep.
uh, and I got
Like
the stats
I
for
was.
that. I got that stats for the game right here in front of me. About 155 pitches.
Oh my gosh, it's a lot.
That hurts me thinking about it.
Yeah, hurts me thinking about it.
And on
Goodness.
top of that, Mark, she was also getting up and knocking the ball around left and right.
Oh my goodness, I was hitting the ball that game too. Now that I'm thinking about it. All
So
around, I
so
think we all did good at that game. Like both teams were definitely doing great that game.
And see, I was
So what
actually
your
talking to a gentleman during that game, and he kind of helped me get introduced to Harmony there. He kind of got her brought over, and that's when I started asking her about coming on the show. But I got to ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how tired was you when you left that game?
10, 100. There's not even a meter. I was exhausted. I was so tired. I was just honestly, I was ready to just go home and go to sleep. Like that game was exhausting.
And if I ain't mistaken, you had another matchup against LaRue County, right? Not long after that.
Not long after, and that was another long game, and we lost. But it's okay. It's fine. But no, that game was also really long. Both of those games are probably longest games up to date.
I don't know how you did it, because I was even telling Ryan I was getting exhausted with how many pitches you was throwing, because I was keeping track with that through Game Changer. I'm like, listen, I'd have done through my shoulder plumb up there to the catcher, not the softball. My arm would have been up there.
I'll tell you what, my arm was sore after that game. I think I had 4 ice packs on that one shoulder. I had 2 in the front, 2 on the back. It was sore.
So I know you had a question, Mark. Go ahead.
Well, do you have like any pregame ritual or anything you have to do before each and every game?
So I have to before any game I have to listen to music. It is a must do thing. I have to listen to music. Doesn't matter what kind of music, it's just gotta be music. And then
So you will listen to 80s if you had to.
oh yes, 100%. I love any old music. Old music is like where it's at.
So any certain groups you like better than the others? For us old timers,
I think I like the
maybe.
90s more. The 80s is good, but the 90s music is pretty good. 90s,
So,
early 2000s.
so you probably like a little Nirvana, like Goo Goo Dolls, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
music
love
just hit
Nirvana.
different during that era.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like a lot of music in the 90s too.
music
So
from the
why,
90s is actually really good.
so why in particular do you like in the 90s if you had your choice?
It's more in my if you compare it to the 80s, I feel like it's more upbeat than slow, and I like more upbeat music. So I think the 90s is just where cuz that's just all the upbeat,
Well,
all the
well,
upbeat.
see, if you're my age and stuff like that, listen to all the 80s music. That's the reason why I keep a headache 24/7 for that constant head banging to for like 4 hours at a time. Yeah, and then we find
No.
out that that's very unhealthy for the head now, that it gives you all
Oh
kinds of
yeah.
issues. Yeah,
I would figure it'd
that's,
be unhealthy banging your head that much.
Well, we'll say that's what it is, and not the times that he falls asleep in the car and I kind of hit a hard left and let his head jump off my window.
Oh yeah.
Not that I've done that or anything like that, but
Hey, even if you did, it's okay.
but you're all right about the 80s and 90s music. Like 80s, you get a really, really hard rock song, and then they play a lovey-dovey song. You go from very heavy to very soft, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth.
So I got to ask you, I've seen a lot of baseball and softball. Do you have like a certain, I'm going to call it a ritual that you do when you come up to hit? Because it looks like everybody changes like their form. Do you have one set form that you do every single time that you come up?
So I do actually, and I get asked about it quite a lot to this day. So the one thing I do before I get in the box, I obviously do whatever to clear my mind, but the one thing I do before I get in the box is I hit my bat with my hand, and then I hit it to the outside of the plate. I do it every single time I get up to bat. Now I couldn't tell you why, but
Harmony's tough as nails when she's hitting her half a ball back. And she ready to go.
oh yeah.
Harmony, I
So,
admit I wouldn't hit myself in the head with a ball bat. You're much tougher than me.
Tell you what, I've wanted to hit myself in the head with a bat quite a couple times. So you wouldn't be the only one.
so taking the last season and this season, what's been your favorite game you've played in up to date?
That's a hard one. Honestly, I think it's the games we play PC. I think every game that we play PC has just got to be my funnest game. I only think that because I have like I don't know. I like playing PC, and when I know I'm playing PC, I have to have like a certain mindset. So then it just makes it fun at that point. So that's definitely playing PC are my favorite games.
So I got to ask you, when you get up to the plate to bat, have you ever called your shot, like took your bat and pointed to the fence?
I've only done it one time. One time ever. Will not ever do it again.
So what happened
was,
there?
I I called it and then I struck out after. And I really because the thing was she was so and I don't even remember who it was, but like she was so slow in the bat before that I hit a home run, so I was just trying to hit another one just to hit another one, and I struck out on a changeup. So that was great. But no, I've only ever done it one time.
Well, see, if Mark was pitching at me every time I got up to bat, I would call my shots.
Yeah,
And if
he
it
would.
didn't work, I'd throw the bat at him. I'd say it slipped.
Whoops.
So when you're out there, do you do like any trash talking, or do you let more of your game do the talking?
I let more of my game do the talking. I've definitely now I have had a couple games where I've definitely been humbled. So that's why I'll definitely let my game do the talking for me. Because I know
Well,
how
yeah,
good I am and I know what I can do.
if it was Mark, I'm doing major trash talking. I'm probably going to throw dirt before I throw the baseball or softball at him. That way he's
Dang,
like, oh.
throwing dirt before even talking the trash. Dang. Get the
I'd probably
dirt before
trip
the
him.
trash talk, Mark.
Well,
I'd probably
well, you
trip him trying to run to first base or something.
well, you've heard that song. Well, this might have been a little bit before your time. Maybe a '70s song saying "Blinded by the light." So he would like be blinded by the dirt. Well, I'd be.
Oh, yeah. Blinded by the dirt. He'd be throwing dirt before even trash talking.
Yeah.
So before I get you over to Mark, when you're up on the mound or in the batter's box, do you have like the big league chew or the sunflower seeds or anything like that spitting them out?
Actually, no. Before I get on the mound and before I get in the box, I have to like clear my head and just think it's just me just me taking BP. Like it's just like hitting BP. That's how I have to think of it. And then for pitching, I definitely have to take more of a breather because pitching's definitely a lot harder than batting. But no, with pitching, I have to like clear my head, make sure I'm ready, know what I'm doing, then I get on the mound.
But Mark,
Harmony, we might have to keep you on here for 3.5 hours because I got a couple more things here I want to do with you before I let them do their deal there. But
Oh,
um,
ask
fir-
away.
first off, we've got a young lady who helps us uh, regularly whenever she gets time. Knows you quite well, and she wanted me to tell you hi. And I'm gonna give you the name, and hopefully it rings a bell. Allison Messer.
Oh, I love Allison. I used to play with her.
Yeah, cause a picture that I'm fixing to show you. I had you in that uniform in the same team
Oh
as
no.
Allison. So I'm sitting there and I showed that to her, and she's like, "What?" I was like, "Well, you made." She said, "That's my uniform for my travel ball team." And then she said, "Who is?" And then, I know who that is. She said about the same things you did, how she loved you and stuff like that.
I love Allison. She's got to be the sweetest person I think I've ever met. She has no evil bone in her body. She is so
Yeah,
sweet.
I believe I went up there watching several games too. That was a fun team to watch.
Oh
I
yeah,
do
they're a
remember
fun team.
one game that was so hot. I felt so sorry for you. I was killing me just watching you play. It was so hot that day.
It was goodness. I've had a couple games where it's just been scorching, and I like have sweat dripping down my eye because I can't see.
Uh-oh.
And Brad does
Uh-oh.
need to shave his face.
So
Well,
Brandon Hillard said if Lady Rebels win district, Coach Brad needs to shave his face clean, and Coach Mark needs to shave his head.
That sounds like a great idea.
well, you need to bring that up to them so
I
you
will.
heard it from
I will
Brandon.
bring that up to Brad and Mark.
Yeah, that has to be done now. Now the
Oh
picture
yeah.
that I'm, now the picture that I'm fixing to show you, and be brutally honest how close it is, but it's the power of AI. Well, if we
What in
go
the
on there,
world?
there we go.
Who? That's me.
That is Mark and his the power of AI.
Ah, I love it. That actually does look a smidgen like me. Just a smidge. That actually looks pretty good though.
So if you had to rate between 1 to 10, how would you rate it?
Mm, I'd give a 7.
Wow, climbing now.
I'd give a heavy 7.
We got a 5, a 6, and 2 7s today.
Hey, another
Yeah,
7 to add to the list.
the two guests we had previous to you was the two Whitley County players that was in that interview picture with you.
Ah,
And
got
of
you.
course, we had the man that's everywhere interviewing you in the picture.
Yeah, that's actually a really good picture. I couldn't tell it was AI until I looked closely. I really couldn't. I had to look close on that one.
Okay, now I think you can handle it. I believe you're a junior, right?
Mhm.
You, I think you can handle it. And they know where I'm going to go with this. And then after this, we're going to ask you to do some voting for us if you don't care. And then Edward said some stuff for you that he might want you to look at.
All right.
Okay, now these are hard hitting questions, so it's almost like you got to get that game face on, and
Got you.
yeah, it's the
Got you.
Mr. Miyagi stuff or whatever it takes.
Like
Edward
on,
normally break,
like
yeah, yeah,
Woosah.
or like on the new karate deal, what was it, olive on, olive off, Miyagi Do pizza, yeah, you need to watch the new one, yeah, that's Johnny at the end. But I'm not even gonna get on that subject about Cobra Kai. Don't know if you watched it on Netflix, but I
I
strongly
have.
advise you watch it. Oh, you have? So,
I've watched a little bit of it.
do you like it?
I actually do. The first 2 seasons are pretty good.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better.
Oh,
I will tell
I'm
you
sure
that.
it does.
But
Don't spoil it.
okay, I'm not. I'm not. But these are hard hitting questions. I think you can handle them. Okay.
Oh
This is
yeah.
for your. This is your teammates only. No coaches, no parents. But you're in a van. One of your teammates are actually driving the van, like one of them 15 passenger jobs or something like
Mhm.
that. The van breaks down. Who's fixing it?
Hmm. Definitely not me. Definitely not me. I'm number 1 off that list. Um, I honestly couldn't tell you. I feel like Liz could do it. I feel like
Okay,
Liz
so
could be the fixer.
Liz would get out there and fix it. Would anybody actually hand her some tools, or would just everybody else be on their cell phone saying, "Hurry up, Liz"?
Probably. I feel like we'd all be trying to fix it because we'd all be struggling and trying to figure out what to do. Because I don't think any of us are mechanically inclined. At least I know I'm not. mechanically
So,
inclined.
so you get the van fixed. Now you're running out of fuel, and you get to the gas station. Who's going to pay for
Mm. Hey, I'll take dibs on paying for it. I don't mind to
it?
take dibs on paying for gas.
Well, we know we had Harvey on the show for a reason. She'll jerk out that money east and west.
Oh yeah, gas money's nothing. I'll do the
Yeah.
gas.
See, Edward makes me and Ryan pay for the gas money on every trip we take. Yeah.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's true. That's
See,
true.
he failed to tell you that I'm the one that's buying the tires that goes on it, the oil
Oh,
changes that goes in it.
ooh, dang. He
Yeah,
said,
see,
I'm paying for the car. You just gotta get the gas.
so see, they're spending the $20 in gas, and I'm spending like 500 in tires. So
Hey, that's an even trade. If you're asking me, it's an even trade.
Well, he makes it sound a little bit more better than what it actually is. Especially when he goes down the road, makes a first stop at McDonald's and eat 4 hash browns with sausage biscuits. And me and
So,
Ryan, we've already give all of our money for gas. And then eats it in front of us and throws us a napkin.
well, Ryan can tell you that I've actually bought his food before.
Yes.
Well, that's good. At least you're not paying for just gas. At least you're getting food from it. Well, except you, Mark. You're just getting
Like I said,
unlucky
He,
end of the
Mark,
stick.
Mark brings like a duffel bag full of snacks, so he don't really need no food.
well, I'm out
Hey.
cotton candy tonight. But by goodness, I got a whole buttload here of like Skittles and these little
See,
things.
Oh, nerd clusters are so good.
he
That's
brings
my
one of them
favorite.
like oversized suitcases with him, and when he opens it up, you think he's got like a change of clothing or some gear, and it's safe.
No, it's just candy.
It's just candy.
Hey, that's how my wallet is. Like, I have a
Ah,
little wallet, and it's just full of like the
and that's
little.
pretty good
Oh, yes. I can agree with you on that, Mark.
too.
I can
Okay,
agree.
last but not least, okay, you get the van fixed, you get a fuel tank of gas, but now you're getting tired. You go to a teammate's house. Can't do DoorDash, can't do no pizza delivery or anything like that. Who's going
Hmm.
to cook dinner?
I feel like Ava. Ava can cook. I feel like
What do
Ava
you,
would cook the food.
what do you think Ava would make for you?
Hmm. I feel like it'd be breakfast for dinner.
Well, you can't go wrong with that.
You
No, you
really
cannot.
can't. I wouldn't be complaining. Breakfast for
Oh,
dinner's not bad half the time.
I'd eat it all 3 meals if I could.
I
Hey,
could too.
yes. I would eat it all three if I could.
I could too.
Some waffles at 9 o'clock at night. Tell you what, it's best thing ever. Best thing ever.
Yeah, I've actually fixed it and like knocked down a whole cake here probably about 9 o'clock at night. So
Hey.
with strawberry topping, yeah.
Oh yes. It's gotta be strawberry.
Harmony, it's a white cake, and I got this strawberry topping on it. You know, I
Oh,
might even go all out and throw little sprinkles on it. I got maybe a little
but-
dab of ice cream just for
oh, that sounds
kicks again.
perfect. Perfect.
He's making me hungry thinking about food.
Yeah, you're making me hungry thinking about food.
But see, you went through the hard hitting questions like that. You like sliced cheese. You went right through it like that.
Slice of cheese.
Yeah, Edward, he gets about halfway through it and he starts cracking. He starts sweating and he can't. He just can't do it. But
Hey.
now what we're going to ask from you is you might have did this. I don't know if you was on Edward's show or my show, but we started this a couple of years ago. I don't know if you're familiar with it. I know you know the field of 64 basketball teams called national champion. We told the basketball teams, get out of here. We don't want you here.
No.
We replaced them with our favorite restaurants. Texas Roadhouse won their first annual national championship. And
Really?
last year we went to favorite sports movies, and
Mm.
remember the Titans won it. Am I right about that,
Yeah.
Brian? Yeah, remember the Titans won
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Okay, and then now this year we went bonkers, I guess. We did favorite foods. So
Ooh.
now early
Favorite
on, you probably
foods.
either got matchups cottage cheese versus carrot or something like that.
Yeah.
But now we're down to our final four on final
Oh.
food. So you're actually going to be making a very important vote. This we're going to show you a couple of matchups, and then you can let us know which one you like the best. And then afterwards, Edward's got some stuff he'd like to show you.
I got you. Let's see these matchups. Oh.
Biscuit and gravy versus hamburger.
I personally don't like biscuits and gravy.
Oh, that you're going. I bet you Edward's doing jumping jacks right there after hearing that.
Personally, I don't.
You and Edward's probably the first people in the history of this planet I've heard that say they didn't like biscuit and gravy.
I do not. I
I thought
cannot. I
nobody
like
can resist
biscuits.
the power of biscuit and gravy.
Now, biscuits are good by themselves, but with gravy, it's just not. It's not it.
See, I knew we had to bring her on for a reason. I knew it.
It's the
Or
hamburgers, definitely.
did he bribe you on this vote? Did he?
No, he did not.
Ryan,
I
Ryan, we're going to
swear.
have to investigate this vote. We're going to have to investigate it.
That's
Just
some
my-
people. Some people don't like gravy biscuits.
Well, listen,
Hey.
Mark, that's on one of them need to know bases, and you got excluded out of needing to know that.
You got
Now, Harvey,
excluded.
Harmony will go to her buy her a big plate of biscuit gravy now, but she says she likes breakfast all the time. Yeah.
I
She
love
go
bread.
waffle.
Love bread.
She go Waffle
Ooh,
House. Steak and tacos.
This is a hard one. Oh my goodness, I like both.
agree.
Now, I'd probably have to go with steak.
Steak's getting a lot of love tonight. Taco might be in trouble.
Steak's gonna have to be it. Don't get me wrong, a good taco is good, but you just can't beat an 8-ounce medium rare steak. You just can't. Just can't beat it. Cannot beat it. Telling you, it's the best thing in the world.
You just can't beat a steak.
I think
Wow.
Ryan knows this lady very well, but Ryan had some white chicken, ranch potatoes, and steamed broccoli wait for him.
Oh, that sounds good.
And the pineapples on top of it too.
Oh, gotta have the fruit with it. Gotta have the fruit with it. The fruit with the chicken, best part. Best part.
Edward,
So we do tend to put together a couple. I haven't. Yeah. You made me lose what I was going to say. You're going to have to start going to decaffeinated coffee.
Oh, my
And he
little
pulls
sister
out the
has the
coffee.
same. My little sister loves Baby Yodi. Like a
oh,
big fan.
can't go wrong with it.
Oh no.
I love that show.
So we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show. And I'm trying to get this out before he sidetracks me again. But I will get these sent over to you. And these are basically our way of saying thank you for taking your time to come on. But now I do got to ask you for a huge favor. Out of the two that we've made, tell me which one of the two you like the most.
I got you. Oh, that one's good. That one's really good. They're both clean. Oh, that one. Definitely. That
So,
one,
see,
100%.
Now you just inflated Mark's head so big he ain't gonna be able to get out of his house for the
The
next week.
lightning has struck. The losing streak is over.
It
You
looks
went 1 for 2.
good.
You went 1 for 2 tonight, Mark.
Yeah.
1 for 2. Hey, 50-50.
So,
At 500.
so I'm gonna tell you a little side story how that graphic came along. So
Ooh, let's hear it.
I used to take a couple pictures, put a whole lot of stats on there and kind of make it look nice and clean, and kind of promote how good you're doing. Well, Mark looked at me and said, "Nobody likes those graphics." I had to add the flair and the pizzazz to it, so
You
I
had
added a
to
little
add
bit.
a little something.
So I just deleted it all the way around, added a little smoke, mirror, and lightning to it.
Hey,
Now
that's
I'm
what
waiting on
it
him to say
takes
that
to get
ain't no
some
good.
pizzazz.
That's why he does the crazy finger thing. He thinks it's lightning, but I call it too much
A
coffee.
lightning. They both look good. The first one looks really good too, but that lightning one, oh my goodness, definitely stands out.
But I do personally want to thank you for taking your time to come on. And from everything that I've seen, the stats I've looked up, you're killing it. Your team's killing it. And I just want to tell you to keep doing what you're doing, and best of luck the remaining part of your season.
Thank you, and thank you for having me on here. I really appreciate it.
I'm basically going to say the same thing. Best of luck to you and your team the rest of the regular season and going into the postseason.
Thank you.
Harmony, we know the performance that you're putting on the field, and any one of these guys right here are really really good at putting grass together and stuff. Anytime when you meet a milestone, so many hits, so many strikeouts, a record is, or any kind of personal milestone, send it their way. Let us make graphics up for you. Let us promote you on their pages, and that's what it takes. I mean, you're definitely doing your part on the field. I mean, allow us to do our part as media to put you out there for schools at the next level to start looking at you because you deserve that type of attention. And because you're working hard, and of course not only you, and I know you're a humble person, your team's working hard, but again, just if you do something like that, send it their way. Let's make you up something.
Definitely. From now on, I definitely will. I'll send it your
And
way. First personal text.
okay, and we'll gladly do it too. But want to wish you personally the best of luck. You individually, I know you're all about team. I know you're humble. I wish your team.
Before you let her go, can I tell her a story about that?
Yep, yep.
Oof, let's hear it.
So we go to the state volleyball tournament, not last season, but the season before.
Mm-hmm.
These guys go up to the coach from Scott High School and tell her that, anybody hit any milestones, please come to Edward and let him know. So we go out to Gaddytown to eat, and my whole time while I'm there is making like 47 graphics for milestones that these people hit.
Thanks to
And
me and
Oh
Mark
my
for that.
goodness.
so I'm sitting there eating one hand, trying to put graphics together in the other hand, and I loved every minute of it. Plus, trying to put game graphics together from our interview. So
Goodness. You just had a
so that
lot on your plate.
Well,
You were
so,
doing
so I,
everything.
I tell you, somebody had a law on their plate that night was Ryan. Me and Edward had like a couple plates apiece. Ryan had a stack of like 7 plates,
No, I
and
did
was
not.
still
No,
Said
absolutely
and
not.
no.
the people come in there and they said, not all day buffet, not all day buffet. You eat, you get out of here. And they was like trying to run us off, and Ryan was still grabbing pizza when he was going out the door. I don't know, I don't know where he puts
Hey, it goes somewhere. Just don't know where.
it.
It goes
but,
somewhere. It'll turn up.
but
but
I mean, I
Harmony,
loved every second of the graphics getting to make. So I mean, it was fun trying to, especially when I have to create a new one. It just, I don't know, it's just something about creating a new one that makes me kind of happy.
Oh yeah, because you get to do something new every single time.
But Harmony, we do want to thank you for your time, and I also want to thank you because you get it. And I know a young lady like you with sports at school, just everyday life, you have it up on your platter. You sure don't want to come to these shows like this and me say, "No, you break down that game for me. Break it down to show me." And you come in here and you've had laughs with us, and you've helped us laugh, and maybe we've helped you laugh,
Oh,
and,
100%.
and it makes the day better because laughter is the best medicine. And
Oh
and you
yeah.
and you get it. You just come on there and have fun, and that's what it's supposed to be about. You're supposed to have fun, and sports is supposed to be fun,
Oh
and just
yeah, it's not supposed to not be fun.
yeah. But you get it. We do thank you for that also. But again, good luck to you personally and to your team.
Thank you. I appreciate it again.
Great interview. Great interview. We only kept her on here for 2.5 hours, but great interview. But I knew tonight was going to be something special with Caden and Spencer and Parmy. It's just some really, really. I got to give me props. I brought the guests here the last few weeks. Yeah, somebody give me a pat on the back here. Hey, Mark, good job. Good job, Mark. Okay, I know it.
And I'm not going to let the. Well, I did not do that.
Well, Edward's already left. Edward ain't quit time yet. Ain't quit time. You don't punch the clock yet.
I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but I'm going to wait until kind of tennis is over with. But I might have a guest coming on from somewhere. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag just yet.
Well, we'll be ready to have them. You just let us know. But I guess we're ready to vote here, and I don't know what happened to Edward. Edward has left the building. I'm on biscuit gravy. I like
I'm going
I like
hamburger.
I like a good hamburger, but you give me some homemade biscuits, homemade gravy, eat that 24/7 without nonstop.
I'm going biscuits and gravy. Just, it's not a question.
And I have
Steak.
to go. I gotta go tacos here. I like a good steak like anybody else, but I like tacos. I like chicken tacos, beef tacos. I like them all. I like all the tacos.
Which one did you say, Edward?
Steak.
I'm going to go against Mark tonight. I like a good steak, no matter where it's from. Edward, you want to give me that drum roll? I've got the graphic that's going to announce the finals of this tournament.
Okay, we're ready for the drum roll. Steak versus biscuit and gravy for the national championship in food. Come on, biscuit and gravy. Don't let us down. You can do this. We need a pep talk for biscuit and gravy. I know what we'll do, Edward. I know you're listening there on your Wednesday show. I will come up with a pep talk for biscuit and gravy, and you can come up with a pep talk for steak. Because I know where I'm going, and I know where you're going.
I will have the pose up right after I eat, so these poses will be up for a week.
Edward, are you ready for a inspirational speech to steak while I give one to biscuit and gravy?
Greatest food known to mankind.
But great show. We knew it was going to be. We went way over time, but who cares? We've had fun and had good guests on tonight. Ryan, the floor is yours, and I'll give it to the dark man there, and then after that, I'll do it. We'll call it tonight.
Don't know where I'll be at. This depends, and don't we have inspirational quote? Just everybody go out and support your local school. They deserve it. Season's winding down slowly here, so just go out and support them when they've worked hard all season.
Well, I can tell you I've got an action-packed week, but I'm going to leave you with this. Absorb what is useful, discard what is useless, and add is what specifically your own. Bruce Lee.
You get a lot of Bruce Lee quotes here.
The myth, the legend.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong, Bruce Lee. I'm seeing a lot of things popping up on my Facebook about Bruce Lee fought this and Bruce Lee fought that one, and I don't know where the graphics are coming from, but folks,
Virtually whoop them all.
yeah, Bruce is like next level. I mean, when you're talking about anybody in martial arts with all the Jean Claude Van Dammes and the Jackie Chans and the Chuck Norrises and on and on and on and Steven Seagals, Bruce Lee's next level, folks. He just them movies ain't fake. Him working them nunchucks are for real. That man could really hurt somebody if he said nunchuck. But yeah. That being said, a great show, and again, thank you for your time and your good views tonight. And again, thank you to our sponsors. Thank you for our photographers. And I don't know exactly what my week will hold. I know I've got a couple of school trips I've got to take during the week, and it'll start slowing down on me next week because the after school stuff I think is over. So hopefully I can get out to a few more ball fields for sure. But don't really have nothing inspirational at all. Just I like what Edward said with the Bruce Lee quote, and we can learn a lot from people like him. And again, thank you to all of our viewers and from all of us at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media. Good night and God bless.